Many of you will have heard of the Ukrainian region of Donetsk Oblast because of the recent fighting that's happened there with Russia. But long before Vladimir Putin was sending soldiers there, the Mongols were doing damage on a much bigger scale, led by the generals we've just mentioned, Jebe and Subutai. Both these men were campaign masters, having already led conquests all over Central Asia by the time they got to Ukraine. On this occasion, they were going up against a strong coalition of Rus principalities. The Rus were a people spanning part of Eastern Europe, originally Norsemen, who were woven into the historical fabric of what is today Russia, Ukraine, and Belarus. In this particular battle, it looked for a while as though the Rus armies were winning. They chased the Mongol hordes away. The Mongols, who were exceptional military strategists, were only retreating as part of a larger plan, spreading out their men and so spreading out the chasing armies. They stopped and got into battle formation at the Kalka River. It was the Cumans who got there first. These were nomadic people from the steppes of Central Asia. Alone against the Mongols, they were beaten with ease. Historians can't agree on how many men died. Neither do they agree on who had the larger army, but it seemed that the Rus outnumbered the Mongols, which was often the case. The Mongols were just better soldiers, faster and more skilled, while their generals were smart and usually had spies. We'll talk more about that soon. This Rus coalition was eventually defeated, but not before some of the princes of the Rus told the Mongols that they'd pull back their soldiers if they were guaranteed safety. The Mongols agreed, but they also lied. They soon took all the princes and leading nobles to be executed. But as the Mongols had a rule about not shedding the blood of nobles, they proceeded to execute these men in a unique and savage fashion. They erected a kind of scaffold and placed large pieces of wood on it. They then set up tables and chairs for a victory party. Only below the wood, propping it up, were the nobles. When the Mongols celebrated eating, drinking, and dancing, the nobles were slowly crushed to death below. This was supposedly a respectful death, but oh boy, it sounds slow and agonizing. In terms of victims,